Welcome to this very short recording on how to use the Aware Helpline database. I'm assuming that you've been able to log on to one of the PCs in the center. You will have been given a username and password from your supervisor for this. And on the computer you will see an Aware database screen, an icon like this. Double click and it will ask you for a username and password. Again, you will have been given this by your supervisor. Type in your username, hit the tab key, which is above the caps lock key to the left of your screen. Type in your password and hit tab again, and it brings you onto the main screen. When you have taken a phone call from a client who rings up looking for help, you can log the call when you're finished. Simply click the log a call button and you'll be asked to enter some information about the call. Going through the screen very quickly, here's what you would fill out. The date of call. Choose today or whatever date from the calendar. Choose the time that you received the call. In this case it was 13:03. So I'm putting down 13:05 is the closest to it. The duration of the call in this case was 16 to 20 minutes. The call ID will be assigned, so I don't have to worry about that. It'll be assigned when I save it. The type of communication will either be direct, indirect, or it'll be silent, a hang-up, or a hoax call. If the person is ringing about themselves, it's a direct call. Then I choose the main concern of the call. What was the main topic from the call? In this case, from the list here, the person was looking for support with anxiety. This is the essential data of the call, and all these must be filled out. Moving on then to the content of the call, or the nature of communication, you can see that the main concern again is support with anxiety. It's filled out for you, and the type of communication is a direct individual seeking support. During the call, if there were any other issues expressed, this person also had issues with feeling lonely and isolated, so I can choose that. And if I had offered a suggestion to the person, I could enter it here. And in one or two sentences, very briefly, you can add a note on the main aspect of the call. So this person was feeling isolated after losing his job. Okay. About the caller itself. So the information about the caller, if you have the information, the gender of the call, in this case it was a male, the age of the caller, you may not know. So if you don't know, leave it blank. In this case, I didn't know the age of the caller, but the location of the caller, I do know the person called from Dublin. Okay, so you can specify all these if you know them. If you don't specify them. If an indirect caller, what was the relationship to the person in this case? It's not an indirect caller. And how did the caller hear about Aware? They told me they heard about it from the radio. Is the caller attending an Aware group? No. Was an information pack requested? No. Is it a first-time caller? Yes. It's obviously not a regular caller, and John was the caller's first name. Finally, this last part is about how you felt about the call. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not at all affected and 5 being very affected, specify how were you affected by the call. In this case, the volunteer was not affected by the call, and the volunteer was not upset by the call. You can write any notes about how you feel about the call here, if you wish to, and in the case that you were upset by the call, or you were affected by the call in some way, You may choose to click yes here if you would like a carer to contact you. So while you're giving support, you also can receive support if you wish to. Alternatively, or finally, you may want to flag the call for some reason. This person has called 25 times in the last 2 days. So you may want to flag it or whatever. So in this case, I'll just, or you may want to alert your co-workers for some reason about the call. It can be any reason, but this will allow you to alert your colleagues. That's it. Once you're finished, click the Save button. You're asked again to authenticate, so enter your username and password, and you get a message saying saved call. Okay, you get a unique number, you can see it's filled in 45162. You can now clear the form if I want to enter another call, or I can close. So if I want to log a call, click the log call button, and again I'm good to go again. Every time you save a call, you will be asked to authenticate yourself with your username and password, and you will get a save call message. If you wish to view calls, you can look at the call diary. Clicking on this will show me, for today, there's the call made. 15162, the call just made. So for example, I could go to a previous day. So for example, I can go back to August the 13th, and I can see all the calls been made. If I go back to today and double click on the call, there I get the information. Please note that it is just a view. You cannot change this information once you've logged it. However, if you have made a mistake, please alert your supervisor, and he or she will gladly change and edit any information that's incorrect. Okay, that's it. Close, get out of the diary, and close and exit here. This X will bring you back and exit you out of the system, so the next person can log on and run the system. Thank you for your time, and I hope it makes it easy for you to log calls in this system.